Gene Autry was a true legend of American entertainment, whose career spanned over 6 decades. As a singer, songwriter, actor, and businessman, Autry left an indelible mark on American culture, and his influence is still felt today. From his signature hit songs like Back in the Saddle Again and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, to his iconic roles in Western films and television shows, Autry helped to shape the image of the American cowboy in popular culture. In addition to his entertainment career, Autry was a savvy businessman who established successful ventures in baseball, music, and television production, and he was also a committed philanthropist who donated millions of dollars to various charities and causes. In this video, we will take a closer look at the life and legacy of Gene Autry, exploring his impact on American culture and his enduring legacy as an entertainment icon, businessman, and philanthropist. Chapter 1. Early Life and Career. Gene Autry was born Orvin Grover Autry on September 29, 1907 in Tioga, Texas. He grew up in a family of farmers, but from a young age, he was drawn to music. Autry taught himself to play the guitar and began performing at local dances and fairs. His talents were soon noticed by others, and he began playing on radio stations in Texas and Oklahoma. In 1928, Autry moved to New York City to pursue his music career. He began recording for various record labels, but it wasn't until 1931 that he had his first big hit with That Silver-Haired Daddy of Mine. The song was a duet with Jimmy Long and sold over 1 million copies, making Autry a household name. Autry's success as a recording artist led to opportunities in film. He made his first movie appearance in Old Santa Fe in 1934, and over the next several years, he starred in a series of Western films for Republic Pictures. Autry's films were immensely popular, and he quickly became one of Hollywood's biggest stars. Throughout the 1930s and 1940s, Autry continued to record hit songs and appear in successful films. He also began hosting his own radio show, Melody Ranch, which featured his music and stories of the American West. Autry's popularity continued to grow, and by the 1950s, he was a bona fide entertainment icon. Despite his success, Autry never forgot his roots. He remained a humble and down-to-earth person throughout his life, and his love for music and the American West never wavered. Autry's early life and career laid the foundation for the success he would achieve in Hollywood and beyond. Chapter 2. Hollywood Stardom. Gene Autry's success as a recording artist and radio host led to his entry into the world of Hollywood filmmaking. He signed with Republic Pictures in 1934, and over the next several years, he starred in a series of popular westerns that made him one of Hollywood's biggest stars. Autry's films often followed a familiar formula. He played a singing cowboy who rode into town to save the day. The films were simple and straightforward, but they resonated with audiences who were looking for a hero to believe in during the difficult times of the Great Depression and World War II. One of Autry's most iconic films was The Singing Cowboy, 1936, which established many of the themes and motifs that would become staples of his later work. The film featured Autry as a cowboy who becomes involved in a land dispute while also romancing the local schoolteacher. The film was a box office hit, and it helped to cement Autry's status as a major star. Autry's films were not only popular in the United States, but they also found audiences around the world. He toured extensively, performing his music and promoting his films in places like Europe, Australia, and South America. Autry's popularity transcended language barriers, and he became a beloved figure in many countries. In addition to his film work, Autry also had success in television. He hosted his own show, The Gene Autry Show, which aired from 1950 to 1956. The show was a hit with audiences, and it helped to further cement Autry's status as an entertainment icon. By the 1960s, Autry had retired from acting, but his legacy as a Hollywood star had been firmly established. His films and television shows continued to be shown in syndication, and he remained a beloved figure among fans of westerns and country music. Autry's Hollywood stardom helped to shape the image of the American cowboy in popular culture, and his influence is still felt today. Chapter 3. Business Ventures. Gene Autry was not only a talented entertainer, but he was also a savvy businessman. He recognized early on the potential for his brand and image, and he used his wealth and influence to establish a number of successful business ventures. One of Autry's most significant investments was in the California Angels baseball team. In 1960, he and a group of investors bought the team, which was struggling at the time. Autry became the sole owner of the team in 1961, and he worked tirelessly to turn it into a successful franchise. Under Autry's ownership, the Angels made their first playoff appearance in 1979, and they became a perennial contender in the American League. Autry also had success in the music industry. In 1942, he founded his own music publishing company, which became known as Gene Autry Music. The company owned the rights to many of Autry's hit songs, as well as the music of other artists. In 1952, Autry established Challenge Records, which became one of the most successful independent record labels of the 1950s and 1960s. In addition to his work in baseball and music, Autry also established a successful television production company. Flying A Productions produced a number of popular TV shows, including Annie Oakley, The Range Rider, and Buffalo Bill Jr. Autry also produced his own television show, The Gene Autry Show, which aired from 1950 to 1956. Throughout his life, Autry also remained committed to philanthropy. He established the Gene Autry Western Heritage Museum in Los Angeles, which showcased his collection of Western memorabilia and artifacts. Autry also donated millions of dollars to various charities and causes, including the Boys and Girls Clubs of America and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. Autry's business ventures were a testament to his entrepreneurial spirit and his commitment to giving back to his community. His investments in baseball, music, and television helped to establish his legacy as a successful businessman, while his philanthropic efforts ensured that his impact extended far beyond the entertainment industry. Chapter 4. Legacy and Impact. Gene Autry passed away on October 2, 1998, at the age of 91. His death was felt deeply by his fans, who had grown up with his music, movies, and television shows. Autry had left a lasting impact on American culture, and his legacy continued to be felt long after his passing. Autry's influence as a singer and songwriter can still be heard in the music of countless country and Western artists today. His songs such as Back in the Saddle Again and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer continue to be beloved classics that are played on radio stations and at holiday gatherings every year. As an actor, Autry helped to shape the image of the American cowboy in popular culture. His films and television shows presented a heroic, noble vision of the cowboy that has become an enduring symbol of American values and ideals. Autry's impact on the business world was also significant. He was a pioneer in the field of entertainment, using his success as an entertainer to establish successful business ventures in baseball, music, and television. His legacy as a philanthropist is also important, as he donated millions of dollars to charities and causes throughout his life. In recognition of his contributions to American culture, Autry was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 1969, the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1970, and the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum's Hall of Great Western Performers in 1972. He was also awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1988, the highest civilian honor in the United States. Gene Autry's legacy as an entertainer, businessman, and philanthropist continues to be felt today. His music, films, and television shows continue to inspire and entertain audiences around the world, while his business acumen and philanthropy serve as a model for others to follow. Gene Autry will always be remembered as one of the great icons of American popular culture.